Helmet on, chin up. I laugh at the day I'm fed up. Helmet strapped, playlist on. I laugh at the RPMs as they ramp up. Black top under me, I don't feel pain. Zigzag to the beat like I own that lane. Kinda wild, kinda stupid, still I do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count me in, I'm coming alive. 3, 2, 1, hold tight, baby, watch me drive. Kinda goofy, kinda dumb, I never die, say worst days hit hard, I still survive. Goofy in this lane, don't do anything stupid, that's what they say. I'm alive, yo. I know I'm alive, laughing in my helmet with a busted tooth, burning through the bad stuff, turn the key, motor comes alive, feel my heart skip a beat, pushing back the worst thought of the world gets mean. I get mean too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count me in, I'm coming alive. 3, 2, 1, hold tight, baby, watch me drive. Goofy on the grind, I never die, say worst days hit hard, I still survive. Don't do anything stupid, that's what they say. I know I'm alive, I know I'm alive, no. Cold hands, warm blood, I still move on. Bad luck, sticks and stones, I just groove on. If I fall, I get back up because mommy didn't raise no bitch. You can call me reckless, you can call it luck. Shit. Little goofy, little dumb, I never die. Worst days hit hard, I still survive. Goofy on the grind, I never die. I know I'm alive, I know I'm alive. Am I alive? Am I alive? Helmet on, chin up. I laugh at the day I'm fed up. Helmet strapped, playlist on. I laugh at the RPMs as they ramp up. Black top under me, I don't feel pain. Zigzag to the beat like I own that lane. Kinda wild, kinda stupid, still I do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count me in, I'm coming alive. 3, 2, 1, hold tight, baby, watch me drive. Kinda goofy, kinda dumb, I never die, say worst days hit hard, I still survive. Goofy in this lane, don't do anything stupid, that's what they say. I'm alive, yo. I know I'm alive, laughing in my helmet with a busted tooth, burning through the bad stuff, turn the key, motor comes alive, feel my heart skip a beat, pushing back the worst thought of.
Welcome back to Planetane Gaming. Tonight this morning we're jumping into the Isle. A beautiful and wonderful game. I hope everyone's having a beautiful and wonderful day wherever you are. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on the bell. Check out the link below for Discord tips, tricks. Always welcome. If you want to game with me, that's where you're going to find me. Feeling First Game Friday, hit the join button. Would love to have you part of that flannel crew. And we shall start our journey today as a herbivore. A little different from what I normally do, but I do want to try out the new dinosaur, the Kentosaurus. So, not the craziest looking thing in the world, but we're going to give it a go. As you can see, we get to be this spiky boy who is rather intimidating. Yeah. So, let's see the different colors. We have pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 2, pattern 3. I think I like pattern 3 more. Male display, we can go for maybe more of a green. Markings, pretty dark, blank. You get a little bit green. black as we can get, I guess. Body, we can get a little bit tan, brownish. Underbelly, which is going to also affect our top. I don't like the pattern on that. Pattern 2. It's a very bright colored boy. As dark as possible, I guess. Maybe something like that. I really don't like the colors. Not much of a fan of that. But we're gonna run it. Alright. There's food that way. Sanctuary's this way, so we're gonna hightail it right there. Our boy's quick. They're very small. Sort of an advantage for us. When we get to Sanctuary, we'll have mushrooms, which will help us out a lot. Okay, so control puts us in defense stance. Maybe reduce incoming damage. It's only going to really affect us when we get bigger if we're going up against, like, I think aloes and maybe Carnos. I don't remember if Carnos are technically a bigger species. But obviously Rex is. But we're going to do our best just to avoid them. Oh, it's a pig. I was like, Jesus, that thing's huge. What is that? Yeah, I guess we're very small. Sanctuary. I need Quasimodo to help me out right now. Hello, Yahi. Heart, heart, heart. Sanctuary. That food? That's food. Well, could use some gravel. Do not like the big open spaces. Wide open spaces are not good for me. Yeah, I don't know the secrets on how to defeat this guy, so playing as him should help show some of his weaknesses as well as his strengths. I imagine it's similar to the Stego and how it handles, but I'm not sure. Is that bite? Yeah, it's bite. Goodness, he does like a hop. This is like my defensive stance. Okay, so I can swing. Oh, he uses so much stamina. Okay. Do I have an alt attack? It's not a Stego, is it? No, this is a Cantosaurus. Should be perfect diet. I'm gonna want to eat gravel and like maximize my growth rate. Just listening for a moment. Staying in here is safer, but it's also dangerous because I could run into a massive death pack of Pteranodons or Troodon. Which could be bad. faster I get big, the better it is for me. Yeah, I don't actually get that big, as you can see. So also try figuring out where I am. Okay, I'm in northern jungle. Could head north to northern plains. Okay. Those are Troodons. Need to be very careful of them. Staying maximized. Okay. If I go straight north, so like a little bit left of north, so northeast, or west, sorry, northwest, we'll be able to hit two patrol zones. So then we can circle into North Plains. I'm so little. Omni. It's not the Omnis that we hear that bother me, it's the Omnis we don't. It's a big Dillo. be able to gobble me up with one bite. Hmm. Probably better off staying solo-ish for now. I'm still too small to be effectively protected. Got 10 minutes. I like that I got like stun locked in that animation. Like while I'm eating, I get like stun locked for like, I don't know, almost 2 seconds. I'll have to test if I can attack after in that moment. That'll be a good good way to know for weakness. Because that would be a very strong weakness if every time you ate you had to wait like a second or two. Like for, bigger carnivores, that's plenty of time to take a bite at your head. Smaller ones do. Like Omnis could capitalize on that just to slowly get that bleed going. We are growing. When we get above like 25 max speed, I'll feel a little better. Being able to run like 30 is ideal because then you can get away from Rexes. Because I think Rexes, when they do their sprint, it's like 32? I'll probably hang out around here to hit like 50%. So at that point, I'll be okay size. Obviously, the bees will get pissed off at me here. I think when I... Yeah, I'm stun locked in that animation. Ooh. Is hiding a big part of the game? You don't normally see streams to get your size up. So, yes and no. So, I don't play herbivores very often, but when I do, I generally stick around the sanctuary because you get mushrooms that fill your 3 bars, so you can get a huge growth rate increase. Unlike when you're a carnivore. So, with a carnivore, generally, unless you're playing like Rex, because Rex, it takes so long to grow a Rex. Most maybe streamers or like people who make videos, like you don't ever see them spend 8 hours, or 10 hours getting to be a prime Rex. You just see them when they're a prime Rex. A lot of time when they're growing those characters, one, they could be part of a server that gives them a full grown, or they might have like friends who are 4 times prime Rex, and they build a nest, and then that's how they're getting a 5th generation T-Rex that they just have to grow to have like a max stats, everything. And then they might sit like on the coast near sea turtles and stuff. And then when they hit their 46%, when you get that huge speed boost, when you can run at like 56 kilometers per hour, and you only have like a half-hour window or like an hour window when you're really fast and like really dangerous. Actually, the smaller X's can be very devastating to like even prime Dillos and Carnos and stuff. But so you get to those situations where they'll sit on a coastline that nobody goes to, and they'll just eat turtles and turtles and crabs, and that's how they'll grow after they've met all their requirements. And but when you're playing like Dillo, I'm going to be playing Dillo here in just a little bit, and Carno, Omni, Herrera, Like a lot of those players. Something running right here. Those are Omniraptors. Tell by their tail when they're running. But I don't think so. Sitting and hiding. It was more of a joke for the stream than anything. A lot of times I don't tend to hide very often, unless I'm playing herbivore and I'm just getting started to grow them. I might get messed up here by those Omniraptors if they're watching. I just want to max out my food. But you can see sitting by Sanctuary eating mushrooms, and when you're little you can usually fill your food bar rather easily. And I just sit and try not to make too much noise. But you know, I'm up to 170 growth. Like, I'm going to be at 50% real quick. But unfortunately, we are going to have to get off this server and sleep. Let me flop on my side real quick. So, hiding? No. So, when you're a herbivore, you really hide until you're 50% grown. And then you can't go into Sanctuary because of the bees. So, you generally go out. And most players will go into deep jungles and stuff like that where you can move more freely but then hide. You know, you don't want to fight anything until you're full grown or prime. Is generally the rule as a herbivore. You're avoiding fights. And then once you're full grown, all of a sudden most players get like brain worms and they think they're a carnivore all of a sudden and go and attack every carnivore on the map. Because the problem with being a herbivore is you're super weak in the very beginning, but then after you hit your 75% or full grown or prime, all of a sudden you can't really be killed by single players. Obviously, when you're playing as like a trike, you know, when you become a full grown trike, there's not much that can kill you. Even a Rex, you know, if there's multiple of them or if they get the jump on you, it's a little different. But generally, you can just lock them into combat, stam them down, and then they can't even run away from you. Stegos will go and bleed down Rexes like it's no one's business. 4 hits, and a Rex is going to bleed to death because they can't sit down unless they're near mud. And then, but you can be as like a huge pack of Omniraptors, and you can go after a trike. I've done it with a huge pack of Raptors that we just randomly all met up because everybody was one column. And, you know, we had like 14 people going after 2 trikes. And it took us about 2 hours to kill them. So it gives you an idea of just how OP herbivores can be. Moderator is telling me that my sound is messed up. Let me see if I can fix it. Hopefully that fixes it. Reset my mic real quick. Might be, let me turn my gain down just a little bit. Alright, hopefully that fixes my, my microphone issue. I didn't realize it was being all robotic up and down. Alright, so we have, is it here? There's not really anybody online. No. It's a pretty small server. I'm not really big enough to be fighting anybody, but the difference between playing herbivore and carnivore, your first meal is the hardest thing to do, pretty much. When you spawn in or hatch in, obviously if your parents aren't taking care of you when you hatch in, you're screwed. But When you come in, like your first like 20 minutes, you are on the move constantly. So you can see I'm in a bush when I'm logged. I just hit 50% with my Dillo here. I have my Venom. I have my first two perks, reduced fighting larger species. That's good for anything bigger than like a Carno, Aloe, Rex, and stuff. That might save you. And then do extra bleed damage, so because Dillos do ridiculous bleed damage, or they used to. But now at 50%, me footsteps are big, but I'm also pretty quick. I can avoid a lot of, I'm just smelling, making sure I'm sort of alone. But, we can go eat this. Well, we don't really need to eat this, but our food is pretty good. But as a carnivore, you don't really hide all that much. Unless you're really hurt, or like your blood's really low, you don't generally sit down for much. I'm usually on the go until my health hits like 50%. Because after that, you're being risk of like one-shotted by things, or you know, if you like, say an Aloe jumped on me right now, I would be in a lot of trouble. I would be able to outrun him, but I got to be able to outrun him. And like small, like those Rexes at like 44% to 50, those guys are nasty. They're really, really mean and hard to deal with. Generally, you only have to... So, there's also Ceratos. Those guys can be really nasty when you're small. Because they're pretty quick. They have a really fast sprint, like, out the gate from their crouched position. And they have a really nasty bite. So you have to look out for that a little bit, but... Other than that, not much. There's so much AI here. I'm definitely a little bit more walking in the open, especially playing as like a Dillo. Omniraptor, you kind of want to stay to the trees or near rocks, just for protection, because you can get run down by Dillos, run down by Carnos. What else? You gotta be a little bit careful of Pachyrhinosaurus, because like if they break your leg, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do against them. And that's pretty much the same for all of these guys. Just eat this deer so I can get my growth up. Where you going, bud? I'm also not generally one of those players who try to cheese everything I do. You know, I've had a lot of players, especially recently while fighting near the pit, they jump down and like they'll bleed, you know, like I had a Rex that I messed up as a Carno. And, you know, he just jumped down and laid underneath till he bled to death. So, like, yeah, he denied me a meal, but you also just, you know, I don't know. It's like cheesy shit like that. What are you doing? Get out of here. So around here, you're gonna end up with well, that's an Aloe. One thing about Dillo is they stand really. So a lot of animals, when you go into their crouch, they kind of move around and whatnot. Dillos are really steady, so they're really dangerous, because I think they're meant to be more of an ambush. because you know they got those claws up. Their teeth are mean. You don't do a lot of bite damage. You know, your bite isn't anything crazy. But you got your Venom, and your Venom is nasty. And your best offense and defense is your Venom. Because, you know, if you can't outrun something, bite it, and then run. Because they're going to have a hard time. Like, if you can get out of their little ring of them seeing you, you know, they're going to have a hard time finding you. Then, you know, sending in decoys and stuff. And I guess you could call this, hiding in a bush, but I'm not really. I'm waiting to see if anything runs across this big open field, you know, because we're pretty quick. If there's any, you know, not full-grown Omniraptors, frail Omnis, and stuff like that, we'll be able to catch them. We're at that point where we can handle one Omniraptor, but not a pack by any means. You know, if there's more than 3, you know, we're just done. Or any more than 2, really. We're just done. On this server, we do have a little /help. Oh, we're not on. Never mind. This is an official server. We don't have our little help bar to pause and stuff. At some point we are going to be, I guess, even if we get Prime, we're only going to have that like peak moment for a little while. You know, like 15 minutes. Is going to be like our peak. Obviously, we're going to have like a solid hour of like hour and a half of, you know, being in really good shape, especially if we get Prime. But, you know, if we hit Frail, it's going to be just a very quick, sad descent into despair and sadness. So it would be quite intuitive of us not to have that happen. We're going to play this guy for a little bit. I'm going to jump back on the server in another 4 minutes or so. Be able to continue our Cantosaurus. I don't smell any bodies nearby, so it doesn't really give me a lot of faith that there's anyone. Could go to the water here. Fill up our water. There's only 28 players online. Most of theirs are probably going to be either people growing Rexes or herbivores. I don't think they're going to be playing what I am. Nobody's wasting their time playing Dillos or whatnot on such a empty server. They're doing their thing. I think Rexes have the trifecta, so they should have deer, boar, and sea turtle. So they'll be able to get perfect diet and be left alone for the most part. I don't think there'll be any crocs. Obviously, if there's a croc, we're just donezo. I don't like that. I want to be like that. Could go back down to the beach, see if we can find a sea turtle, though. Our loud, big-footed, stompity, wiggly boy. I wonder why we're such a heavy-footed boy. I don't like it, but it is what it is. The slide animation is still a little weird. That was a really loud chicken. Should be sea turtles around here. Sometimes. Usually, yeah, gravel. Grab some gravel. Get our food to drop down a little quicker so we can eat more. Still have the good rock? Yeah, the rock's still there that we can climb up on. But I think if people have watched my streams, that they know my little secret spot on how to get up there. There's so many crabs. I do like the map. They've done so much good stuff with this map. I was a little skeptical of it at first, but it's definitely gotten a lot better. I like how they've cleaned it up. It's not as, you know, overgrown anymore. It felt very overgrown. Yeah, taco. Alright, let's switch back to our Kento. Kentosaurus. Me coffee is out. Ugh. Goodness. Big stretch. Nobody doing anything fun today? Just hanging out. Did all my chores already. There we go. Alrighty then. Let's get into our unofficial server. Where our Kanto is. 70. Ooh. Oh, okay. I'll do a refresh when it doubles up like that. Alright, there's our boy. Unknown. We safe log, buddy. Better safe log. Okay, right in the open. Don't like that. Okay, so it was just after we ate. Yeah, freaking Dillo's still hanging around. I'm guessing he doesn't sell. There's two of them. I don't think they're full grown. Maybe after this, I'll try being a Dillo on this server. Try getting into a death squad. If you can get like 3 Dillos together, it's like scary. 2 of them, it can be pretty intimidating, but 3 is definitely something to not mess around with. You want to get away from that. That's a carnivore. Yeah, there are mushrooms. That's a Canto, or a Serato. Might be dead here. Someone's smelling me out. Wait, I weigh 400 now? So small. Ow. I need to get away from here. Start heading north. Into the jungle. So at this point, I'm definitely big enough to deal with like at least one raptor. Almost 50%. I could go for this water. I don't want to get 50%. Then I can start getting water from eating. Okay. Mutation. We should be able to choose gain some water while eating plants. 15%. There we go. There's Y down here. Irrigation zone. Okay, there we go. Let's get our chords. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Need to head northeast. This pitter-patter 1 foot bullshit is annoying. I don't like the sound effect. Something broke on their last update. Why are the Dillos over here? Stop following me. That Dilla was so freaking close. Just gonna lay down for a minute. Could be bad. But I gotta go pee. Be right back. Yell and scream in chat if you see something. Or hear. Okay, I'm back. Anything happen? Okay, patrol zone done. Could go a little bit this way to another patrol zone. Is there any food nearby? There is, but it's not in season, or not in my diet. No, it is in my diet, it's just not ripe. I'll get my food up, my water up. Okay, migration zone done. I gotta check where we are. Gotta find somewhere safe to stop. Okay, I need to go north. Almost straight north. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't think a Rex could fit through that. This is on my diet, so I'll eat that. Yo, what's up, Yoda? No, hiding is part of survival. The Isle isn't. POT? Yodan. Yo. Where is this zone? I'm in it. Okay. Eat me morning glories or whatever these are. Think anything else is on my diet? Doesn't look like it. Let's get back over this way. Oh, Path of Titans. Yep. I thought Path of Titans you were supposed to do like missions and stuff to grow. %, grown. Our max speed's actually pretty solid. 43. Like that's pretty respectable. 1,500 pounds, 43. That's okay. I wonder how fast we get, or if we're going to start getting slower now. Is it going to like peak, kind of like Omnis, and then go back down? You don't know. Yes, okay, we're going down in speed now. Yeah, I played like an absolute teeny tiny amount on the phone. So like and this was years ago. So I'm not sure. I feel like drinking here is almost certain death. 1,500 pounds? Yeah, they'll mess me up. Okay, long enough. Too long in one place, definitely gonna get me killed. Okay, not working there. We don't do that. Big Daddy Croc is gonna come and mess me day up. They changed this area a little bit. Okay, I'm comfortable meeting somebody now. I think I'm big enough to deal with solos. Those trikes. Yeah. Yeah, my stem does recover. I'm just walking a boot. This diet. What is it? Coconut? No, marigold. Bit spooky being this close to the water, but... Can't hide in the bushes anymore. Really use some bee diet. Looking like it. This isn't really my environment, I don't think. I think jungle. I'll have to check my food in a minute. I don't want to make myself puke. Stop eating. I think that's a really good time to attack these guys, is while they're eating. There's a croc. I'm gonna give him hope. Just kidding. Is the bridge still down here? I don't know how fast this guy swims. Probably not super fast. Hi Yoda, you play Path of Titans on the phone. They release the update all the time. I'm on their Discord. Maybe I will check it out again. Maybe. I mean, I can look into it, but I don't know. Where'd the bridge go? Should be like right here somewhere. Ah, the bridge is right there. Cool. Okay, we're slowing back down. we got pretty fast there for a minute. Okay, now we can't outrun Aloes anymore. Wonder if the trikes will be nice to us. Maybe if I bring him a pumpkin. Just kidding, I'm gonna eat it. Definitely more confident now being in the open. Do they want... Do you want a herd mate? Oh yeah. On the... I'm guessing on the phone? Yoda? If you want... I'm a little confused, but if you're... I'm guessing you're talking about Path of Titans, not this. If you want to join me, you are welcome. There's so much plants here. None of it which is on my diet, but there is a zone up here. Herbivores stick together, right? What's the max speed of a trike? I want to be able to get away from it. I'm just setting up my PC. Oh, okay. Good to know. I'm glad that you got your PC back. Yeah. Definitely. What happened to the stego? Look at the Dryo. Look at him. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know they were here. Does it say you are infertile? Can't spell. No, you're late. You're doing the eggs. There it is. You're doing great. Keep it up, Mama. Discord. Log for streaming. Aisle. There we go. We're Gucci. Trek. Let's see. Now it's weird. It's rotten, bud. I wouldn't eat that. Yoda, if you want to come in and jump in as a trike. My babies! Nom 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 nom. Not prime yet. Okay, so they're new and brought babies into this world. They're not even primes yet. I'll find another meal. I ain't letting you have this, deer. Okay, so I gotta really face my butt towards them. pretty quick for how big I am. I should probably check Prime. I am a Prime specimen. Okay, cool. It wasn't too bad. How long have we been playing? A little under 2 hours to get full grown with Prime. So we'll call it 2 hours for Prime. That's pretty solid. There we go. So reduce damage, gain some water. Let's see. Maybe bleed resistance? Increase bleed resistance. Convert incoming damage to stamina, 25%. That'd be pretty good. You're making more eggs? Jeez. I'll walk with the kids. My food goes down so slow. Yeah, the herbivores can now talk in local chat. They also added Dryos to the game. I don't know if that's been in for a little while, but first time I'm seeing it was like yesterday. I forgot we can do the website thing. I was gonna crack an Annie with an E joke right there because of the orphan, but PTSD, brain worms. It happens to all herbies. Then they hit full grown. First, I've seen them talk together in local. I'm going to get a long ether cable. Alright, buddy. I'm going to be logging off here in a little bit, but I think I'll be jumping back on after. $2.1 ton. Not terrible. You know, it's no, what is it, 8 tons the Stegos get, but Pretty happy with how fast we grew. No. Well, if everything goes smooth, we'll log off here. Guys, gals, whatever you want to be, remember to like, subscribe, turn on the bell, check out the link below for Discord. Tips, tricks, always welcome. If you want to game with us, we're going to find me, feeling frisky and froggy. Hit the join button. Love to have you part of that fallen crew. Alright, y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.